welcome to another episode of RateOrRoast. My Rig, I'm your host, Fluff. And today we have some really, really great rigs, and others we have some really, really great roasts. Am I right? You probably don't know that because you haven't watched the episode yet. I could be a total blunder. Could go down in flames, I don't know. If you would like to submit your own rig for rating and or roasting, head on down in the description, click the link while you're down there. Please consider hitting the subscribe button to further support this channel. And with that, let's just dive into it, shall we? All right, I love the faraway view of this photo. This actually reminds me of a spare room my grandmother's best friend used to have at her house. And that's where we would always go, the family would always go to have like birthday parties because it was just so big and they were retired and it was awesome. Wait, is this that place? Nana? Just kidding. She's dead. Boy, it went really dark. But you have a PV combo, you have a Marshall 212, you have a Mesa 412, you have an Orange Super Crush, you have a two Norts torpedo copter. You have the Rat Pack poster, love that. I've actually been on a really big Frank Sinatra binge lately. Love me some Frank. You got a lot of offsets here, pal. Oh, that teal Jazzmaster. Yes, that is what dreams are made of. And you even got a nice little chair to sit down in to operate your well put together board, from what I can see. It's very nice. This looks like a really great spare room or fun room or something. I'm not really sure what it is. But nevertheless, I'm gonna give this rig 3.5 out of 5 beards. Here we go. See, this is my comfort zone. Social distortion, dual social distortion flags, and this is a drug-free school zone sign from the 90s. You have a Freeman BE50. You have a Victory Super Kraken. You have a Marshall 412, Mesa 412, Mesa Vertical 212. I think that's what that is. And an Angle 112 with a Gibson Les Paul custom quad Cortex pedal board, another pedal board, auxiliary pedal board, Iron Maiden skateboards, a PA to face ya, blasting yourself, just jamming. You know what? Simple and effective. I mean, not cheap and effective, expensive and effective rig. But it's all good stuff. You don't have a ton of guitars, you have one really good guitar. I respect that. This is a pretty good rig. I would have a lot of fun here. I would hope I had earplugs. Nevertheless, I'm gonna go ahead and give your rig 3.5 out of 5 beards. We got, all right, we got some Mesa Boogie action, some more. We got a dual rectifier. We have a 212. We have a, that's not a Mark Morton. Oh, that is a Mark Morton. We got a Jackson Mark Morton guitar. I didn't know they came in that kind of silver burst. That is super, super nasty. Nice choice. Epiphone Gibson Les Paul Gold Top. We have a Schecter Sinistry Gates acoustic. We have a small computer set up with the best YouTube channel on the planet on the screen. Just kidding, I'm not the best at all. I'm not even like top 200. But we have a cool gaming chair, we have some games, and then we have the most adorable little good boy ever. Good girl, I don't know. Your dog deserves to be pet 24 hours a day though. And per the rules of this channel, sorry guys, this rig gets an automatic 5 out of 5 beards. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in this one little corner. It's not really a corner, it's like the end of a room. This looks like a studio, maybe a home studio, judging by the window that looks into some kind of a room. I'm guessing this is a studio also by the rack. So you have a home studio or an actual, studio. Several combos, lots of amps, Marshall Boogie, 2 boogies. My guy, what's up? You got some really good rack gear. XLR patch bay, a couple of distressors. I don't know what those EQs are. You got some Neve style stuff. You got some more audio stuff. You got some UAD stuff, some 610 action. You need to take out your trash, by the way. I don't know why you sent this photo in with that trash out full, but okay, no judgment. You have the new DL4 Mark II from line 6. You got the Nobles Overdrive. I need to get one of those. I've never tried one of those. A couple of Strat style guitars. You got the Jazzmaster. I love the Jazzmaster. Some pedals up on the wall and the Funko Fun Pops. Okay. Nevertheless, I don't know why I said that because I didn't actually make a comment, but Lego sets, it's a little cluttery. It could be this could be a little tighter. You could tighten this up a little bit, I feel like. However, it's a lot of fun. This is like overflowing with fun, and I like fun. I like to party. I want to come to this party. I'm gonna go ahead and give your rig 4 to 5 beards. You got an angle, you got a phase Sibley amp. I've never heard of that amp. You got an avatar cab, and you have a telly what looks to be made out of cake. Is it cake? Huh? And then you come up and you slice into it. You take a bite of the cake and then you strum an A chord. How sick would that be? You'd be blowing people's minds if like that was part of your shtick as a band. Can you imagine having this telly and like you walk out and you're like, you know, you play your set, you're sweating all over it and like the frosting's kind of melted on your arm, but you're like, it's fine. And then you play and then you get done with your set. Hopefully it's not too long. And then you take a chunk from the body and then eat it. I'm just saying that would be sick. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, so I heard. You also have a good Les Paul. Your pedal board bugs me because your volume pedal is like barely hanging on for dear life right there on the right. It's like when someone squeezes in on the bus or on the bench seat when there's like not really room, there's like a half a person worth and they're just like, hey, can I sit here? And they have a backpack on and they're like, that's what this looks like. I like your yellow wall though. I like your cable management. Your cake guitar is cool though. I really back the cake guitar. It is now known as cake guitar, by the way. Confetti guitar. It's the birthday guitar. Nevertheless, I'm gonna go ahead and give your rig 3.5 out of 5 beards. All right, we got a stickered SG. We have an entire rig in the corner of Nana's house, it looks like. And you're like, hey grandma, can you hear me? She's like, huh? And you're like, okay, perfect. I got this Laney amp. I'm gonna mic it up and see how it sounds with this 810 cab. I have an 810 cab. It looks like an 810 cab. I don't know what kind of configuration the cab is in. However, I'm just gonna crank up my Laney in Nana's house. Also, you don't think the China inside's gonna rattle, do you? That should be fine. Also, please vacuum your carpet. I don't know why I said carpet. What else would you vacuum? Please vacuum your walls. You should vacuum. You should also clean up around the PV combo and the stuff. You should display the display case better and not block it with microphones, Laney stacks, and half stacks, and that cat. Now, as we talked about in the other episode, per my dog Juniper's rules, I don't make these rules, I just follow them. For every cat in a photo, it's -1 beard, so you're unable to achieve a 5 out of 5 beard status. She will not be taking any further questions. I am really sorry she made that rule, not me. She doesn't like cats. However, the little display on the hutch there. Is this a hutch? I think this is a hutch. Is hilarious. You're like, little porcelain thing. And they're just like rattling. Can't tell what guitars are in your rack. And you have a state of Washington flag. Are you in Washington? I'm in Washington too. You in Washington? I'm in Washington. But you have a cat. I'm gonna give this rig, 3 to 5 beards. And that does it for this episode of Rate or Roast My Rig. If you have your own rig that you would like to see rated and or roasted, head on down below in the description. Click that link. While you're down there, please consider subscribing to further support this channel. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.